Most community building advice on Skool is generic. The people teaching it cast a wide net because they know most people aren't going to complete the work anyway. I went the other way. I built a community just for sports and health coaches. This is because I believe sports and health coaches have a unique advantage on Skool. 1, you understand its process over everything. 2, you know how to stick to a plan even when it's hard as hell. 3, you understand that helping people change their lives is about relationships, not information. But honestly, I see the same mistakes over and over again. Sports and health coaches join Skool, ready to earn more revenue and build their impact, but soon enough, they're working on things that don't matter. In this video, I want to share the 7 mistakes that I see again and again from sports and health coaches when they start a Skool community, most of the time on day 1. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1, they build out the entire classroom before anyone joined. Recently, someone told me they had 120 hours of content already loaded up onto their Skool, and they hadn't had a single member because they weren't quite ready yet. I honestly cannot reiterate this enough. You do not need hours and hours of content in your classroom on day 1. You don't need to adapt every lesson, every video, every program you've ever built and put it into your classroom so that people can immediately consume all the content immediately at once. Instead, there are really just 2 things you need. 1 is a start here inside the classroom. This includes a Loom or a selfie video of you just explaining what this is going to be about. And then 2, you need a post in the community that is also the exact same start here video, plus a message that says something like, hey, welcome to whatever your community name is. I'm super pumped you joined. We'll be building this as we go together, mostly because I want to make sure that I put things in here that you actually want. So instead of asking you to watch 40 hours of content, I'd like you to answer these questions instead. 1, what's your goal with your specific sport in the next 3 to 6 months? And when I say specific sport, I mean actually put in the sport that they came to your community to learn. 2, if there's one thing I could help you with right now, what would it be? Also, you can put something fun in there like what's their favorite food or what's their favorite snack or what's their favorite TV show, whatever. You want this to reach them on a human basis because we're starting a community and we want to work with actual people who have interests outside of whatever sport or thing that you're teaching. Most importantly, you just want something in there that tells them, hey, we're going to build this together, we're going to build it over time, and just stay with me and it's going to be awesome. So many people make the mistake of building a bunch of content instead of inviting people in and kind of figuring it out as they go along. You should not make the mistake. Instead, do the opposite. Invite people in and say, hey, this is going to be great. Just stick around. Mistake number 2, they position themselves too broadly. Things like, I help athletes get better, I help people lose weight, I help coaches grow their business. These don't work. Not because they're wrong, but by saying these things, it's trying to appeal to too many people. It's too broad. And when you're trying to speak to everyone, you're speaking to no one. And the real problem with going too broad is twofold. 1, it's nearly impossible to go deep to where it's actually helpful for the person. And 2, your marketing becomes really freaking difficult. I was recently talking to someone in my community. They were trying to attract 2 different avatars. 1 was a teenager who plays their sport, and the other was a 20-something rec league player. The teenager wanted to try and get a D1 scholarship. The rec player, they just wanted to do better in their sand volleyball tournaments. Basically, this was a mix between high school kids and fully grown adults. Hopefully you can see the problem with that. Because I don't know about you, but when I was a teenager, I had no interest in hanging out with old people. Another layer here is that it's really hard to market towards those 2 people. I don't know if you've ever tried to market towards kids before, but it's basically impossible. Even the platforms themselves don't like it. And 2, parents are the ones with the money. So really when you're marketing to kids, you're actually marketing for the parents because you want them to actually pay for the thing that you're charging for. So when you're setting up your Skool community, instead of trying to go broad and attract everyone, just attract the people that make sense for your niche, or attract the parents of the people that make sense for your niche. Specific gets joined, broad gets ignored. Mistake number 3, they join 5 other communities to learn how to do this. If you've joined Skool before, you've probably seen this. You go on Schoolers and you see a bunch of other people telling you exactly how to grow your Skool community. The problem with that is that you end up watching a lot of content, you end up watching a lot of videos, and you end up getting material from a lot of different voices, and none of those really cater to your specific needs. Someone might say, hey, do a webinar, it crushes. Hey, do ManyChat, that crushes, that does really well. Do TikTok Live, it's gonna be so awesome, you're gonna get so many people. And so you try those individual tactics and none of them work out for you because they weren't built for you. These types of communities stay generic on purpose. They wanna pull in as many people as possible. They know that the person is probably not gonna do the work anyway. And oftentimes they don't even know anything about sports, health, or fitness, or how to market to the people that you wanna bring into your membership. Basically, they're really great at marketing and they get people in and they kind of play the numbers game of if I get enough people in, I'm going to make enough money. It doesn't matter if they stick around or not. It doesn't matter if I'm actually helpful or not. I'm not saying that everyone who does this isn't helpful, but I am saying that it's best to find someone who actually understands your niche, who understands what you're trying to do, and understands the people you're trying to market your Skool community toward. Pick one mentor, one source, and go all in and go deep with that person. Mistake number 4 that I see from health and sports coaches is they look at the top money-making communities on the platform and they start comparing themselves to them way too early. Honestly, the fact that I helped That Pickleball School and Savvy Basketball earn over 45K MRR over the last year and a half has gotten me a lot of attention from sports and health community owners. But the truth is, depending upon how you've looked at it, it can either cause you to get disheartened and quit your school too early or have really crazy expectations from the offset. It's good to know what you can do on Skool. And to be clear, you very much can get to those numbers. But honestly, you need to level set. Both of those communities started at $0 MRR on day 1, just like you. Among the team, we had lots of conversations about pricing, what the offer should be, what goes in the classroom, how to retain people, how many emails to send to the list, what should we do when growth stalls or if we start having retention issues. We had lots of sleepless nights and lots of decisions to make, and it's the same decisions that you're going to make throughout your entire school career. Even now, at the revenue those schools are making, we still have, different bottlenecks that we have to break through. We have questions about whether something is working or not. Those sucky feelings never go away. You might as well embrace them right now. And honestly, this is where being a sports or a health coach really puts you at an advantage. You understand that if you trust the process and if you do the steps, you're going to get the outcome that you desire. So try your best not to compare yourself to someone who's already tossing around 300-pound plates in the gym. Those schools have been at it longer and they've put in the reps. Soon enough, you'll be there too. As they say, comparison is the thief of joy, and I'd rather you focus on doing better than yourself the day before than trying to look at the leaderboard and thinking you should get there within the first couple months. The number 5 mistake that sports and health coaches make is that they overcomplicate pricing. We just love to overcomplicate pricing, don't we? I know I do it all the time. We think, well, if someone wants this, I should charge X. But if someone wants this, I should charge XYZ. Early on, it's important to understand that pricing is 99% psychological. We either charge way too much because we believe we should get paid what we deserve, or we charge too little because we're afraid no one will pay. The truth is we should be somewhere in the middle. And the bigger truth is we can always change this down the road. It's not set in stone. You can change your prices at any time. But if you're running a monthly recurring revenue model, there are 2 prices that I've seen work time and time again. Either $49 a month or $97 a month. $49 a month is nice because anything over $50 a month, you kind of become the higher level subscription price that a lot of people have. And they start to think every single month, do I really need this? $97 works the same way because there's a psychological barrier at $100 and it just seems so much more expensive than anything underneath it. That's why you often see prices for $99, $97, but never at that round 00 number. There's just something about those few dollars that makes it seem like, oh, I'm not paying $100 for this. I'm only paying $97. Now, if you truly have a premium product, it's okay to go higher, but I'd suggest starting with one of those 2 prices and just go with it. Also, pro tip, pick a number that ends in either 9 or 7. For some reason, even numbers don't work out too well, and any other numbers, people just don't respond. 7 and 9, there's a reason that those are the prices for products everywhere all the time. And another thing on pricing, so you're going to hear a lot of advice on schoolers or on Skool itself, people talking about freemium or free and paid groups or paid tiers. Right now, those are really just other ways to complicate pricing that you just don't need. Pick a simple solution, pick one price and just go with it and trust that later on you can always change it. Mistake number 6. They don't pick an attraction channel. Something I ask a lot of new Skool community owners is, how do you plan on growing your school? I've asked this a bunch of times and typically I just get a blank stare back. People don't like to think through how they're actually going to grow their Skool community. My advice has always been the same. You need to promote your Skool community wherever most of your members actually spend their time, whether that's Instagram or YouTube or TikTok, it doesn't matter. Wherever your ideal member is, that's where you need to post content to get people back to your school community. And if you pick no channel, then the chances of you getting to 10, 20, 30, 40K or beyond is slim to none. You must pick an attraction channel. Now, here's the caveat for sports and health coaches. If you're trying to get kids into your community, which always sounds weird to say that, and you also need to attract the parents, you can't pick a channel only one of them uses. You have to pick a channel where both show up. Right now, that's probably Instagram, but it becomes way more powerful when you add email into the mix. Parents check email. Kids, not so much. So for most sports and health coaches, here's the play. 1, Instagram for awareness. This is where you want to excite the kids to want to join your community. 2, email for decisions. These are mostly for the parents. And 3, your school community. This is where you actually deliver the product, and it's kind of up to you whether you want to invite just parents, just kids, or both parents and the kids. Most people don't have these problems because they're not marketing to kids, but if you're marketing to kids, that's something you need to kind of be aware of. Whatever the attraction channel is, pick it, stick around for at least 90 days, and see if it's working for you and driving traffic to your About page. The number 7 mistake that sports and health coaches make is they don't understand the warm audience members they already have, that they just need to message and tell them that they're doing this cool online school community where they can get even more help and value from them. Here's where to look on day 1. Pull names and email addresses from your phone contacts, your emails, whatever lesson booking software that you or your gym or facility use. Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, wherever people have paid you in the past for lessons, that's a great place to pull a bunch more names. Instagram, Facebook DMs, text threads with parents, group chats. Wherever you have spoken to a client or the parent of a client, those are great opportunities to find future members of your community. Now here's a move that most coaches won't consider. Ask your gym or your facility for their email list. Almost every gym, training club, or center collects emails from their members. Just ask for it. Be honest. Tell them, hey, I'm starting this online thing and I'd love to invite people so that they stick around longer, or they get more training, or they provide us more business. Some will say yes, some won't. But it never hurts to try, because suddenly you could have hundreds, if not thousands more emails for you to grow your school community with. From all these contacts, make a simple Google sheet. Just put the names, the email address, the phone number, and how you plan on reaching out to them. So now that you have the 7 mistakes, here's what to do on day 1 instead. Don't focus on your classroom. Don't focus on designing your About page. Instead, focus on the first group of people that you plan on inviting to your actual community. Activity number 2, write a 1-sentence version of who your community is actually for. By getting clarity from the start, it's going to make your job so much easier getting people into your community. If you can say this community is for ... and it's a very specific person, now all of a sudden you're sending out a signal that will alert that person and tell other people this is not for you. And both of those things are very important. If you can't write that sentence and send it to your warm list, then just keep working until you can write that sentence. Number 3, pick a price and commit. Pricing seems so important. And in many ways it is, but in other ways it's not. It's not like it's something that's set in stone that you have to live with for the rest of your life. You pick it once, go with it, and you just move forward. And if you have to make a different decision down the road, you do that. No big deal. But it is important to say, this is my price, this is what I'm going to go with, and this is what I'm going to do moving forward. If you want to make this easy on yourself, I've put an AI prompt for you in the first comment. You can take that prompt and you can plug it into your favorite AI. Right now mine is Claude. And you can get more done on day 1 that will actually move the needle than most coaches do in 2, 3, 4, 5 months on the platform. And ultimately, I'd love for you to join me in Great Community Leaders. I specifically help sports and health fitness coaches because that's what I've been doing for the last year and a half. I've helped coaches earn over $1.5 million in revenue on the platform, and I look forward to helping you grow your school community to crazy numbers and beyond. I hope to see you there.